The girl never saw it coming. The man's combat talent was supposedly the weakest possible G rank, so pathetic he could barely kill a slime without injuring himself. But when she watched James take down a B rank iron dragon way above his level, her jaw hit the floor. She couldn't believe what was happening right in front of her eyes. Turned out James's combat skills were garbage, but his talent for odd jobs? SSS rank. The problem was, being too good at menial work meant he kept putting other people out of a job. After losing yet another gig, he wandered into a random place to grab a bite. That's when he overheard the crew at the next table looking for someone to haul stuff. At this point, James would do literally anything for cash, so he jumped at the chance and introduced himself on the spot. But James's scrawny build didn't exactly inspire confidence, especially when the job involved hauling monsters weighing over 200 kilograms. So James decided to show them what he could do. First, he effortlessly hoisted up the scarred swordsman, then the heavily armored warrior. Together they weighed way more than 200 kilos. Just like that, he landed the job and joined the team called Eagle. Right before they entered the target cave, James got tangled up with a slime. He tried stabbing its core with his knife but kept missing, even managing to stab himself in the thigh. It was painfully awkward to watch. Mia had to snatch the blade from him and kill the thing in one strike. Sure, James said he couldn't fight, but nobody expected him to lose to a freaking slime. The group headed into the cave and laid down some glowing moss for light. As they walked, James spotted some goblin droppings, fresh ones, judging by the color. That meant goblins were active in the area. Mia's brother Lucas said they could handle a few goblins, but if they ran into a whole swarm, they'd have to bail. Well, worst case scenario became reality. While taking out a lone goblin, they failed to stop it from calling for help. A massive horde of goblins got alerted, and more were flooding in through the cave entrance. If they got surrounded, they were done for. But James said not to worry, he'd found a hidden passage they could use to escape. However, after Mia and James went through together, Mia immediately slammed the passage door shut. Without someone staying behind to hold them off, escape through the passage was impossible. Mia's brother wanted them to get out first. James said he wanted to fight too, but Mia shot him down. Someone who couldn't even beat a slime would just be deadweight and actually lower their chances of survival. Don't waste the sacrifice her brother and the others were making. Meanwhile, outside the door, those two were basically raising death flags left and right, looking like they were absolutely doomed. Inside, Mia pulled herself together and started looking for an escape route. But once the chamber was fully lit, they discovered something even worse: a B-rank iron dragon, way more dangerous than anything they'd faced. Now they were really screwed. But James seemed confused about what Mia was freaking out about. To him, this was premium crafting material. He calmly walked toward the dragon, knife in hand. The iron dragon whipped its tail at him. Just when Mia thought James was dead meat, he casually jumped onto the tail itself. With one swift motion, he sliced it clean off like it was paper. The dragon let out an agonized roar. Furious, it tried to crush James with its claws. James jumped again with ease, and as his dagger came down, the dragon's head separated from its body.